Hello, 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 hello. Random YouTube live. Random. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go do something while we wait for a couple people to join us. Hello, Madison. Hello, everyone. Most of you will be watching this on the replay, but I just had such a strong calling to come on. And it's very difficult for me to do recorded videos nowadays. Hi, Willow. It's good to see you. So a super sporadic, random YouTube live on a Saturday afternoon. But I really wanted to come in and share these energies with all of you. Of course, you are all feeling them, but I want to give you a, a description of how I'm experiencing them in case you're experiencing it and curious what's going on. So welcome. It's so good to see so many of you in such a sporadic, random YouTube live. What a gift. Hi Sterla, it's good to see you. Casual Ecstasy, I love that name. Very beautiful name, Casual Ecstasy. Hi Sabine. Hi John Joe. Hi Debbie, Shannon. Branka, hello from Croatia. Okay. Simply Sound Life, love that name. Joe Billings from Texas, not Billings, Montana. Breathe, Brooke, breathe. Everyone should have that name. Breathe, Lori, breathe. Collective Enlightenment. Breathe, Brooke, breathe. I love that name. How many other cool names are in here? I love it. Hi, Brittany from British Columbia. Heaven, hell, all at once. I would just say everything all at once. Okay. Hi, Dave. Hi, Angel Love Light. I've seen you before, 77. I feel uncomfortable. Yay, correct. What else? How's everyone feeling? Hi, Madison, Victoria. All right, so I was really intuitively drawn to be here, and here's what I want to share with all of you. I want to talk about the energies on the planet right now. And I don't look at what's happening through the lens of like a positive, negative, good, bad, like evil and, the light fighting the evil kind of thing. I'm looking at it right now through the lens of frequency or how it feels. So either it's feeling like it's spinning really fast or it's feeling like it's slow. That's how I am experiencing the energies. And to be completely honest, the more that we are feeling the energies on the planet, the more we're going to realize that it's not about the dark and the light. It's not about the good people and the bad people. It's about learning how to navigate the way in which energy vibrates or spins, so speeds up or slows down, giving you an opportunity to see the world that you're in. So what's happening right now and what's been happening, and especially after the solar eclipse, is that there is a really high frequency energy that's on the planet. So the way it feels for me is that it's spinning really fast. So it feels like it's loud. The world feels like it's gotten more intense. So for me, when I go out, I can, it's like I've become more sensitive. There's a sensitivity that's leveled up for me. It's like it's moving it's like I almost can feel things moving faster, even though nothing's necessarily going faster, except that everything energetically is speeding up, right? This is the evolution in human consciousness. When energy speeds up, it's increasing in its frequency. And then what happens to you and I as soul or spirit in a physical body is we now have to adjust to the energies that are increasing on the planet and the energies that are increasing in your physical form. Okay. And so what that means is that there has to be a slowing down. If there isn't a slowing down in order to anchor into these quote unquote higher frequencies, you will be taken into the currents of the noise. You'll be taken. It's like you'll just start to get lost in the noise, right? And so it's a really powerful time of recalibration. It's also sort of cute the way in which we think that if we raise our vibration, that we'll be in these higher states of consciousness. And I don't really believe that. I believe that these higher states of consciousness just start to happen to us, for us, and we just find ourselves in it. Okay, we're in an ocean. All right. And when the speed of the ocean increases, we're just in the ride of that, and we learn how to navigate it. We start to see the ocean in different ways. We start to be in the ocean in different ways, right? We start to learn new tools and techniques in order to survive. Everything starts to change over and over and over again based on what is happening in the body of the water, right? So we're just these observers. And when frequency increases, it doesn't necessarily feel like this love and light sort of idea that the world holds, where you're going to be in this like positivity and you're going to be in joy all the time and in freedom and blah blah blah. That is, fortunately or unfortunately, when we still have that lens, which a lot of us have, there's still an attachment to a dualistic or a polarized way of seeing how this world evolves. Frequency is just frequency. It's felt in different ways. So a higher frequency is going to feel different than a lower frequency, right? Lower frequencies will feel heavy, sluggish, uncomfortable when it's moving through the body, like fear or oppression or anger, right? It feels uncomfortable, crunchy, it's slower. You have energies that are vibrating faster, which can be peace and joy and love. And so they feel lighter, they feel more expansive. But what happens when a human collective, one large human collective's frequency is increasing and the planetary body itself is increasing? The energies are going to feel like a whirlpool. It's just energy spinning. It's not bad. It's not like, oh my God, all this shadow's coming out and you better look at your shadow and you better look at the dark and the dark's winning, or the dark overlords are taking over. And that's all just noise. It's all noise. Every story you listen to is noise. This is noise. Everything you watch on TV and on Instagram and TikTok, it's all noise. It's all giving labels or an understanding to what is just simply being experienced energetically. So I literally want to draw out a picture of what's happening right now. So, a lot of people in the spiritual community think that we're going from, and I've spoken about this many times and probably used the same language, that we're moving from a third dimension to a fifth dimension, right? Or we're moving from a new old earth to a new earth, or we're going somewhere where there's a destination and I'm not at that destination, and what's wrong with me because I feel so low, or I feel so lost, or I feel so sad, or I feel so angry. There must be something wrong with me. The reason that we are judging ourselves in our own spiritual awakening is because the teachings in the spiritual awakening world are leading us towards we're moving in this direction, and this is what it feels like. Thank you so much for that super chat. And if you're not feeling this, then you want to start focusing on feeling this, as if there's a way of doing it. There isn't. It's chaos. Let me explain. So we're all standing in a quantum field, and I want you to imagine that um, this is the quantum field. It's going to get louder and louder out there. There's going to be more fights and battles and wars. There's going to be more divide, more discussion on what's real, what's not real, who's right, who's wrong. It's all noise. Okay, so here is the quantum field. Okay, it's all, and just imagine that this is just energy, all right, that doesn't ever end. It just goes on and on. And your energy, you're either, however you want to label yourself, as we have labels, a spirit, a soul, a consciousness, God, I don't know, what do you want to call yourself? An angel, a galactic being, whatever you want to call yourself. You're not human. Okay. And whatever you're going to call yourself, oh, you are held in this quantum field. The human is held in this quantum field. The planet is held in this quantum field. Every dimensional field that has ever existed is held in this quantum field. Okay. Every experience that could ever be had by the God particle that you are is had in the quantum field. It's everything that ever is, was, and will be. There is no separation, no divide. There's no access to a dimension and not access to a dimension in terms of a quantum field. There's no going somewhere. It's all in the now. So anything and everything can be experienced right here, right now in this quantum field. The reality that you as a God particle sees now, right now, you're experiencing yourself as human. You need to stay with me on this, because this is what's happening on the planet right now. Okay. You as a God particle or spirit, I don't know where God particle is coming from. It's just started to come out. God, I've never said God particle in my life. You as a God particle, it's kind of a cool concept. God particle, you're a particle of God. Are in a human body. You're experiencing a physical reality, and you're experiencing a physical reality that began in what we're going to call, I wish this wasn't flipped, the third dimension. Okay. So it's just one dimensional field in the entire quantum field. And because your body's vibration is in this kind of dimensional experience, it's holding this frequency, your reality is only going to see this. So there's all kinds of other realities available right now. There's no going to them. You don't exit the third dimension and go to a different dimension. Every dimensional field is experienced in the now based on what frequency you're at, your physicality is at. As soon as you exit out, as soon as you die, as soon as your body dies and you leave the third dimension, you can now you see everything. You're aware of everything. You didn't go anywhere. Your awareness changed because you were no longer in a third dimensional physical frequency. So what's happening right now is that there's a 4 and a 5 and a 6 and a 7 right? 4, 5, 6, 7, goes on and on and on. And they're all right here. So when your body starts to feel into higher frequencies on the planet, so a 4 and a 5 and a 6D frequency, it's going to spin faster. And so you're standing in this physical reality as a body, and your body is starting to experience higher frequencies while you're still standing right here. And so what happens is that your lens starts to change. You start opening into other realities. This reality still stays here. This idea that we go somewhere and this disappears is not true. What happens is that your lens, how you see the world, how you view the world, how you experience the world, this physical planet, begins to change based on how the body's vibration is experiencing its physical reality. So as the body's vibration increases on the planet, your reality changes. And so the planet, right, the current physical planet is holding, it's floating around. Here's Earth. There's Earth floating around, okay? And right now, Earth is physically experiencing itself in a third and in a fourth and in a fifth dimension. There are no separate Earths. There is no division. It's all happening on a physical planet. And based on a frequency, you will either be able to visibly experience and see a fifth dimensional or fourth dimensional or third dimensional reality or not. It all is based on the frequency. And what's happening here is that nothing goes anywhere. It's all in the quantum field. You may feel more and more lonely because people are no longer experiencing the same world that you are, even though they're standing on the same planetary body, in the same household, perhaps, doing the same job, going to the same grocery store, listening to the same music, doing the same yoga classes as you. It doesn't matter. Nothing needs to go anywhere in order for us to start to understand this quantum field. There is no separation. It's all just vibration. It's like your radar is turning on, and when the radar turns on, you access different frequencies. And when you access different frequencies, you be in different ways. And this is what's happening right now. Your frequency in the body is increasing. The radar is getting bigger and bigger. So it's going like this. It's going like that. And when your radar starts to increase, you are going to feel more. You see, when your body stays at a lower dimension, it's very dense. It doesn't feel a lot. Even if you've felt a lot of things throughout your life, it's because you're in a quantum field. You were maybe more sensitive to energies because it's a quantum field. Everything's available. But the majority of us didn't feel a lot. We just were able to get through life. You know, when things happened to us and rattled us, we felt it, but we weren't feeling in the same states that we are right now. If you're standing on the planet and you're continuing to courageously awaken into what is energetically happening, this evolution, this masterful piece of divine orchestration, you'll be feeling more and more because you're coming online and you're becoming more energetic. And when you become more energetic, you move into higher frequencies. And when you move into higher frequencies, you start to feel, this is extremely important. When you move into higher frequencies, you start to feel everything. Now, I want you to sit with this for a second. If this doesn't go anywhere, fear, anxiety, stress, worry, it goes nowhere. Why do I know that? Because it's in a quantum field. How do I know that? Because it's being experienced right now. Anything that is ever experienced is in a quantum field, which means it can always be experienced. It's always available. As your body increases into these higher vibrational states, which is what's happening right now, which is why there is a necessity for you to slow down so that you can feel everything. You're not only going to feel perhaps kind of unique, kind of cool new ways of being where you're more in flow, time is getting wonky, there's glitches, you're not in these fights anymore. Maybe you're not in the arguing stages of life anymore or fighting against, but you are still experiencing anger or fear or sadness because your body is being activated into a quantum field. The quantum field doesn't give a shit if something is a low vibration or a high vibration. God doesn't care. God understands as the one of everything that everything is allowed. It is only in this third dimensional programmed matrix do we make energies bad, wrong, not okay, shouldn't be. When you wake up out of all of that, you realize this is called the quantum field where everything is allowed and everything exists. And when my body begins to increase in frequency, there is an allowing of everything. And when you start to actually understand that this isn't about enlightenment, this isn't about some sort of like mindfulness practice or anything like that. This is about you as a God particle in a physical reality, within a physical form. And that physical form is beginning to open into higher frequencies, which gives the body access to higher dimensional realms while continuing to stand in what is a third dimensional physical reality as well, then there's no judgment around it. It's just all being felt. You don't like it, that's okay. It's uncomfortable. But as more frequency is being permeated into this physical reality that we're in right now for the sole purpose of shifting the frequency of this physical reality, it's going to get louder. It's going to be overcharged, like your nervous system is going to go on overload. You're literally having conversations is going to be like, I can't process this right now, right? Listening to things, you're not, it's like, I can't take that in anymore. The emotional states may intensify. Obviously, resonance around things change. How you see yourself in the world, it all changes. And it's constantly changing. And what we're going to start to notice the more that we remember this, that it's all just in a quantum field. There is no watch out, be careful of, look out for, doomsday. There is none of that. It's literally magic in physical reality. It's freaking magic because it is physicality shifting frequency, offering new ways of being without necessarily needing to get out of the old ways. The old ways just no longer resonate. And this idea that we have to put down or make wrong people that don't understand this or may never wake up to this is not godlike. It's not awakening. It's not understanding what's happening here. This is God expanding in frequency and awareness, enveloping and allowing everything to be as it is in the quantum field because it is. And what's going to get louder and louder and louder are the stories that we put to this experience and how it should or should not be. That there is a way to 5D. You shouldn't be in 3D. It's like, I'm sorry to break and burst your bubble, but you're in all of it, all at once, right now. And what you are being gifted with is the ability to be in the intensity of energy. You see, what we don't remember is that a fifth dimensional experience, a fifth dimensional density is much faster than what we are used to being in. It's much faster. And when you are in much faster energies, you feel a lot more. And when you feel a lot more, you realize you're not in charge. So we have a lot of remembering to do right now. It's a rewiring of how this works. There's nothing wrong with you feeling anger, sadness, depression, anxiety, angst, grief, irritability, not fitting in the world, continuing to not fit in the world, wanting everything to be different, nothing's being different, wanting more money, not having more money. There's nothing wrong with any of it other than the way in which you're viewing it, which is part of the human experience. But I can promise you that if you can remember that right now, even as you walk outside, in fact, just sit in silence and you'll hear the buzz of energy. Sit quietly, do nothing for 5 minutes, and you will hear the buzz of energy. That's how insane the energy is on the planet right now. You can hear it. You can hear the buzzing of it. And no, it's not 5G. It's like we want life to be one way, but we don't want the other things that come with it. We all want to increase our frequency and we all want to move into new states of being, but we don't want to actually physically feel what it feels like, which is what you're in right now. In order to be able to physically stand in a frequency that is held in a fifth dimensional tone, a fifth dimensional vibration, you have to be capable of feeling anything. So every moment we are being tested. Every moment you are being given an opportunity to clear out. Literally, you're clearing out energies when you burst open and cry, when you scream, when you get upset. You are opening up and expressing out in ways energy. It's creating space within the physical form to be able to hold these frequencies as frequency, lightening the physical form up so that you can continue to feel everything. Your body's designed, let me explain something else to you. Okay. Here's your body. And this is the quantum field. So the quantum field is, again, any experience you have. Thank you, Una, for the super chat. Appreciate it. You look super skinny, Jose. Any any experience Literally, I would lose if I was in an art competition. I'm not even kidding, this is how I would make a human. Um, any experience you have, any emotion you feel, any thought you have, any interaction you have, any driving a car, paying your taxes, getting a cell phone, I don't know, eating, everything is experienced in the quantum field, okay? And every experience that you have, whether it's a conversation, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You're watching something, it creates an experience between you and it. So let's just say it's watching YouTube, okay? So TV. This can be anything, a person, a conversation, an email, walking, it doesn't matter. There is an interaction that happens, an energetic interaction that happens between you. Stay with me on this. So you have an energetic field around you, about 8 to 12 inches out. Okay. It's your sovereign field. So too does this TV, does this YouTube. Okay. It has an energetic field around it. Everything does. Everything has a vibrational tone that creates an energetic field. Now, when you watch this YouTube or television or anything, your energy is bumping into it, its energy is bumping into you. Every single second of every single day, for the most part, you're having these back and forth interactions. And what happens is that you take in the experience of this exchange goes into your physical form and it gets circulated or digested as emotion. Thank you, Teresa, for that super chat. So appreciative. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You have an experience and it is energetic and it's processed through the body. And then there's the subtle bodies that dissect it. So you start to experience emotions, thoughts, behaviors, and that's how you view or understand this experience. Now, naturally, there is this toroidal field. It's a figure 8 toroidal field that is circulating you around you, right? And it moves the energies around your field effortlessly. It's just this beautiful, effortless, energetic movement of energy. And you also have a channel inside your body with these 7 awesome energy centers that filter the energy through as well. Why do you think we have these energy centers? Why do you think there's a toroidal field around us? Because every second of every day, you are interacting with other energies in the quantum field inside a physical body. So a physical body is interacting with energies all day long, processing them. Now, you imagine that you have an interaction that is intense, that's not comfortable, and it goes into the body, it gets stored. It's not felt. It's not felt because it's not taught to be felt. It's not felt because you're a man or you're a woman or you're this or you're that. And if it's not felt, it's not expressed. If it's not expressed, it's stored in the body. And if it stores in the body for too long, it creates trauma and it creates a density and it lowers the vibration of the body. So what's happening right now is you're clearing out all the stuck energies from your entire lifetime. And you are learning how to stand in this quantum field, having interaction over interaction after interaction, and being able to process that interaction immediately. You hang out with someone, you don't enjoy it, you're processing how that feels right then, right there. You go into a store, the energies are intense, you get into an argument, you're feeling it right then, right there. You're feeling the argument, you're feeling the insecurity, you're feeling the anger, you're feeling it. You watch somebody on YouTube, doesn't feel right, doesn't sound right, doesn't look like, you're feeling that. That's resonance. I think your resonance is this toroidal field moving everything through you swiftly so that your soul can guide you through it and not the trauma. You understand? It's not the trauma that's going to guide you through this life. It's your soul. It's the God particle inside that understands how this all works. Does this make sense? And so then you start just feeling everything all day long. The world is not pretty all the time. You're not going to run into spectacular rainbow love and light. What are you going to do? Ignore it? pretend that you don't feel anger or pretend that you don't feel sadness, pretend that you don't feel irritated or uncomfortable because you're supposed to be in some high vibe, cool state. It's called the quantum field. It's called chaos for a reason. The quantum field is chaos because everything is moving around all at once. And you have this divine way in which the physical form was created, this divine design of the physical form. Thank you, Merlinda, for that super chat that processes energy. So, what's happening right now is that this stuff's getting louder and louder and louder, meaning you're becoming more sensitive to it. And then what happens is in order to regulate, learn how to regulate your nervous system because you're designed as a higher frequency body. You're designed to be able to stand in all of it. The quantum field doesn't need to change in order for you to be able to be in it. People don't have to change in order for you to be able to be calm in this world, to feel peace and to feel love and to feel united. The world doesn't need to change in order for that to happen. You're changing in order for that to happen. And then the world changes with you. But this idea that we have to change the world first, the way in which people are, the way in which they see things, the way in which they respond in order for us to be okay is not how it works. You're currently learning how to stand in this storm. You're currently learning how to let this just be the storm that it's going to be. That what if you didn't have to change what it was that was being circulated through you because you can't change it. You can't change the YouTuber you're watching. You can't change the person that you just got stuck, scrolling on TikTok. You can't change the way somebody's going to be in the grocery store. You can't change it. What you can change is how you experience it, meaning the lens that you start using as you're experiencing it. And when your lens changes, the way in which you respond to the external experiences change. And when you respond differently to these external experiences, then the external world starts to change. The external world changes based on how you are responding to the external world. And the way that you are learning how to respond in this chaotic external world is that you're learning how to be okay feeling everything. If we go about this evolution and we're choosing and picking what we want to feel, we are not understanding the quantum field. The hardest thing that we will ever come to terms with is that we have to stand in all of this and feel it. And that is the empowerment. And that these stories around I'm in 5D and you're not, or I'm going to go here and you're not, it's not true. Beyond all of those stories, there is simply just a quantum field. And there is a physical body that you are encapsulated in. And you are constantly being given opportunities throughout your day to be able to stand in all of it. And the quieter you get, the more you see it. The slower you go, the more you feel it. And that doesn't mean that you don't have a busy life, like you have children and a husband or a wife and you have a job or you have 2 jobs. You can be quote unquote busy in life and still go slow. You can go slow in the grocery store. You can go slow at work. You can go slow even in the chaos because it's getting very loud out there and it's going to stay loud. The loudness is the opportunity to be in the increased energies, the increased frequencies. There is nothing wrong with what's happening right now. People think it's so sad because people will think that there's something wrong with them because they are feeling more than ever before. They will think there's something wrong with them because they have more anger than they ever have, or more sadness, or more grief, or more despair, whatever it is you may be feeling. Because they have been programmed and conditioned to believe that if there is some sort of awakening happening and some sort of enlightenment or a place that we're supposed to be in our own inner world or in the external world, and this definitely isn't it. This is not okay. The the truth of the matter is that that is the way. That's the way. In and through it. You cannot find yourself. This is extremely important to understand. You cannot find yourself holding the vibrations of a fifth dimensional consciousness or fifth dimensional, fifth density, whatever, however you want to frame it. You cannot find yourself there if you are not capable of fully standing in whatever arises in the lower density. Why? Because when the physical body starts to bring itself into the higher vibrational states, it has to literally clear out, clean out, ruffle, shuffle, disrupt all illusion that the energies you've never wanted to feel, i.e., emotions, that you don't like feeling, you will have to start feeling. There is no, in terms of physics, your body cannot increase into these higher dimensional frequencies without your physical body literally rattling your awareness into feeling everything that is felt in a third dimensional matrix. And the more that we can understand this, the easier it will be. There is no getting to a fifth dimensional frequency or anywhere else and thinking that you're going to be love and light and positivity and all the other stuff. Because when you really realize what it means, you're not even trying to get there. Because there's nowhere to get. It's literally all right here, right now, in the experience of feeling everything. And anything other than that is your ego trying to control what the natural physics of energy is designed to take you to. And unfortunately or fortunately, we live in a world with a very busy mind and a very intense protective ego, and it wants full control of this process. So as you continue to navigate what we are in, try to remember this picture. Try to remember this picture. Try to remember this picture. Wait. Where's the other one? Earth. She's just floating around in all of it. It's all a quantum mess. And right now on the planet, as we are moving into the awareness of these other energies, you're going to be pulled to slow down. You're going to feel the loudness of the energies, which is the increase in frequency on the planet. You're going to feel even more that you are in the world, but not of this world. That's what it means to stand in it all. You drive around, you walk around, and you just look and you're like, wow, holy shit, this is really looking to be like a game. And you're going to feel way more than you ever have. And it's the feeling state, which is the energetic state, that moves you into new awarenesses and new ways of being on this planet. Just pay more and more attention. Listen to the subtle silence and hear the noise in the silence. Hear the buzz in the silence. Thank you, Yvette, so much for that super chat. I really appreciate it. Be gentle with yourselves, you guys. I hope this helped. It's hard breaking out of deep programs and the way in which we have been designed to see everything. But what I encourage you to do is to feel into everything, feel into what you're listening to, feel into the resonance of everything. And do your best to try to feel into the difference between efforting your way through things and just simply allowing and being in it. Thanks, Dewey, for that super chat. Hi, my friend. I haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you. And pass this video along if you think somebody would enjoy it. Hit the thumbs up button. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. That does help it to get out to other people so that they will not feel so freaking crazy. And let's keep playing in the game. Let's keep remembering over and over and over again what this is truly all about. And onward and upward. I'll see you guys next time. Subscribe to my channel if you're brand new here. Subscribe, baby. Thank you, Lisa, for that super chat. Love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Mwah.